On May 27, 2016, Simba Studios Television was invited to attend the Zimbabwe EXPO 2016 in the city of Los Angeles, California. Zim EXPO is an annual event held in different locations throughout the United States of America. I was very much honored to sit down with the top management of the Zim EXPO Business Consortium. These are the true African ambassadors, people who step up with their personal resources, personal time, and personal sacrifices for the benefit of all Zimbabweans, even as they are far away from home. This is what they told me. Check it out. What are the problems that you guys run into when you try to organize an event like this?
Los Angeles or California is on the west coast, and most Zimbabweans are in the central and the east coast of the USA. So traveling to this place is quite distant. Right. So we didn't have a lot of people traveling as they usually do, but we maximized on the local community around here. Okay. And also invited other friends of Zimbabweans, like the Kenyans came in to support us, okay. The Congolese, and partly some Nigerians also came in to support our event. Our aim with Zim EXPO is to gather Zimbabweans together. It's in three parts. We have the business part, we have the social part, and we have the entertainment part. What
are the main goals that you have for your organization? What do you really want the audiences to know about Zim EXPO Business Consortium?
The first thing is that for it to do well, people have to participate. Over the years, we are looking at transforming the organization to serve the needs of the Zimbabwean in the diaspora, particularly right now in the USA. Over the years, so many people could not get home, so our platform was to present that Zimbabwean community away from home. We do it annually, every Memorial Day. And Zimbabwe comes from all walks of life and all states in the United States to come and mix with friends, share experiences. So the first platform is the business platform, okay, where we want to recognize Zimbabweans who are doing well here in the United States. So we have an exhibit where people exhibit what they do, they wear. If they're coming up with some new stuff, they exhibit that stuff during our expo. And those who have good things that they're selling, they sell things from home. We even at time have people coming from Zimbabwe with wares from Zimbabwe itself.
To come and exhibit their goods?
And exhibit their goods.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Okay. And, so how has been the response? How are the Zimbabweans in the diaspora responding to Zim EXPO? Are they coming in droves, or is it hard for them to participate, get involved?
They do come in droves based on their interest. If they know who is coming, which business are coming, they really do come and support us. It's an annual event. We know during Memorial Day weekend every year we hold Zim EXPO in various states. We don't do it on one particular state. We move from state to state where Zimbabweans are concentrated, and we have a website, www.zimexpo.com. We advertise our program and who is coming from Zimbabwe and from where, and we put them up there so people are aware of who is coming.
What do you say, if we could do this, we could get more people to participate and get more involved?
Right now, we really want to revolutionize how we do our things, because over the years, our focus was just to bring Zimbabweans together. But we have noticed with other communities that they're building stronger ties among themselves. They're building a community and at the same time also participating in developing their nations. So copying from them, the Hispanics, the Indians, the Ghanaians, many other communities that are here in the US. They are building their own communities. At the same time, they're trying to build a force where they can now invest, develop their own country. And we want to see how we can participate in that niche, where we can build, we can bring together all Zimbabweans, be it lawyers, be it doctors, and try to come up, forge a strategy where we can support and develop our nation back home.
What do we see the vision for the future for Zim EXPO Business Consortium?
The future is bright. but it needs us to reposition ourselves because when we started, we used to deal with people who have just come in from home.
Okay.
Right now, those people have grown. Some have grown old, some have gone back, but they're children of the Zimbabweans that are here, that have developed into different professions and different associations. And we want to tap into that group and see how we can link them back to their motherland so that they can now also support what's happening back at home and participate also in what's happening back home. At the same time, still continue to develop our culture that we are known as Zimbabwean here in the USA.
Oh, that's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. I noticed that you guys connect the Zim Expo with Miss Zimbabwe.
Yes, Miss Zimbabwe USA.
Can you talk about that and explain to us what was the idea and how does it work together?
What we want to do is to encourage our young people, especially the girls, to associate themselves with specific projects, developmental projects or a non-governmental or project that they can support from here. So each Miss Zimbabwe winner is challenged to identify a charitable organization back home where they can raise money and support that organization. So that's one of their mandates. Each time we meet now, the following year, they're supposed now to chronicle what they have done, what were their achievement, what were their obstacle, so that the one who is taking over knows
where to take off and continue.
Yes. We would love everyone to identify with Zim Expo because it's, even though there are a few board members that are running it, would want input from everyone else so that how we can do better, how we can serve each other better, so that we can keep this brand going and we also can keep our flag flying high, even here in the United States.
We have influence, mostly here in America to come to. We also did England and we also did Canada, but logistically it proved to be too expensive to do all three countries.
Outside of the US.
Yeah, so we basically stopped going to Canada and the UK. Just want to focus in the US right now until we're strong enough.
What were the problems that you encountered when putting this together?
We're never together physically to plan, so we talk over the phone, so we take away time. So the whole operation is always, there's a degree of difficulty because there's so much more going on. There's a 3-hour time difference between the East Coast and the West Coast. So that makes it a little bit more complicated to put everything together.
What was your feeling towards this year's event?
Well, I live in California and I've been here for a long time, so okay. I know the ins and outs of California. So for me personally, it was harder to plan at home because you have to make sure that everything is right, because you want to mess up at home. Everything has to come together right.
Right.
So that's where the difficulties were. We don't always make money from the event, so we donate our money and our time. So even if we don't make money at this event, I think the people that came, that saw, that they really enjoyed themselves. Everybody has a very upbeat tempo about what happened this weekend. What we are doing is not for us personally, but it's for the good of the community. We have an open-ended approach to our business. We want to invite anybody to come join us. For in Zimbabwe, we want you to come and showcase your products or reach new markets. If you have a product, you have ideas, you have goods that you want to push out to the West, we are here. We've lived there for a long time. We will be your hands here. You want to fly every day with your product. You can coordinate with us. We can help you distribute them. We are trying to incubate businesses. We don't have to do it ourselves, but we can link you up with people that can do it.
Okay.
We are just a unit of the business consortium, and we want to integrate other people into our consortium.
So where do you see this thing going in the future? What's your vision?
We want to see this thing grow beyond our ability to handle it. We want it to be nationwide. We want to have units everywhere. We want everyone in Zimbabwe who wants to do business to reach out to us, and we can just assign other units of our business, to do it. We want to be as big as possible.
Do you find Zimbabweans to be willing to work together?
Zimbabweans are not too kind sometimes. We have individualism that is non-progressive to an extent, and people like to quickly politicize things that are not political. So we are trying to make sure that it's very clear we are a bunch of business people, we love business, we are in business, and we are not a political party.
What would you want to say to these young girls who are willing and hoping and dreaming of participating to be a Miss Zimbabwe USA?
Most of the girls that have won in Zimbabwe have gone to do bigger and better things in life. We have
that's good.
A lot of celebrities that have come through our stage and they've done a lot of big things. It's not just a one-night event for them. Those that are serious about modeling, they end up in modeling or acting. And they have used the stage for the year that they have won to do bigger and better things in their lives.
How you get involved with the Zim EXPO Business Consortium, and what is it that you do?
Normally when I'm at the expo, a lot of people will associate me with the embassy services. The idea here is to bring the US Embassy to the people.
Okay.
It's not always convenient to go to Washington, D.C.
That is true.
Because USA is such a big country.
It is true.
So in any city where we have the Zim Expo, the idea is to invite the US Embassy to the expo so that we can facilitate the renewal of passports for Zimbabwean citizens, or registry of births for kids born in USA to Zimbabwean parents.
Okay, okay. I see that you bring some big celebrities to come and perform and sing music. Are you involved in that arrangement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what was the idea behind bringing big stars? Like this year, you had a big star, multiple award-winning artist. What was the idea behind this?
So the idea is one of the goals of the weekend is to essentially bring Zimbabwe to the people.
Correct.
That's number one. Number two, we have a lot of new artists rising up in Zimbabwe. And it's not every Zimbabwean here in USA who will get an opportunity to see them performing live.
That is true.
And there's all this good music going on. So it's also our way of supporting the local music
talent
industry in Zimbabwe, local to Zimbabwe, by bringing them here and exposing them to the Zimbabweans in the USA.
So is it only musicians that you focus on, or you have other different personalities that you bring in to be speakers, or it's just musicians that come in?
I mean, in the past we've brought in business speakers. It's more recent where we've had a thrust on the musicians, because one thing we've noticed is that our people,
right,
our Zimbabweans love music.
They love music.
Yes. So, and that's why of late the focus has been on
the musicians.
But yes, we've also brought in business folks too.
Okay. Are you guys thinking about bringing musicians from other parts of Africa, not only from Zimbabwe?
It would be great. One of the challenges we face is that musicians from other African countries are extremely expensive. But besides them being expensive, why not support the Zimbabwean artists first? And hopefully, if we do bring in musicians from other African countries, the hope would be there would also be a Zimbabwean artist with performing
in collaboration
or sharing the stage with that other African country.
Yeah. So how do you see the future of Zim Expo? What is your vision? Where are we going?
Well, one thing we want is for the singers, the musicians to use this platform to reach out to Zimbabweans who are in USA.
Right.
My hope, well, for the future, the way I see it is we want to collaborate more with musicians, hopefully to a point where we can have a music fest.
How difficult was it to get a multiple award-winning artist like Cynthia Marella?
She was actually the easiest of the musicians.
Really?
I mean, that's the truth.
Okay.
The truth. Well. Yeah. With other artists, they'll ask for an arm and a leg. Of course, bringing the artists to the expo means we may have 10, 15, 20 more people coming in. But then at the same time, it's opening up to other folks who live here who've never heard of them.
That is true.
So I want to thank Zimbabweans in USA for supporting Zim Expo. Your criticism helps us grow. Your praise helps us grow. So keep the suggestions coming. Keep telling us what we can do better. We will listen, we'll implement. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mkoma Simba, makabasi tarangu mimi. This gentleman stole my name.
Well,
Or I stole his name.
yes, I was about to say that.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And if you enjoy our shows and our programs here on Simba Studios Television, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below this video. Follow us on Facebook and please hit the like button. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And you can also download our free Simba Studios Global app. It is now available on Google Play and App Stores. You can watch all our shows on the go in the palm of your hand, wherever you are on the globe. You can also listen to our online radio channel, Simba FM, 24/7, wherever you are. My name is Simba, and until we meet again, please